Philly in the Big Game is brought to you by our friends at Spicer Brothers Construction, R&L Irrigation, the Leanne Wilkinson Group, and De Palma Dental.
For Philly in the Big Game, I'm Matt Pencek from Minnesota. And the matchup in Super Bowl 52 is one of contrast. The head coach for the New England Patriots, Bill Belichick, is completing his 18th season. The Eagles' Doug Pederson, just his second. And then there are the quarterbacks, the backup turned QB1, Nick Foles, up against one of the greatest of all time, Tom Brady.
It's easy to do this when you love it. You know, I think the point is if you find something you love to do, it never feels like work. And I found football. And I found it at a young age. I mean, I've just always loved it. It's hard to explain unless you really love something the way that I love football.
It's just different roads, different paths. I'm a lot younger in my career. He's done a lot of great things in his career that, you know, a lot of young players as myself, you know, watched him growing up. But then you just sort of, you know, you take your own path. And, you know, once again, I'm really excited to, you know, play Super Bowl Sunday against them.
Those who have watched Foles play say he's capable of leading a team to a title.
Wentz was famous for extending plays with his legs, but you know what, Foles did that a little bit last game against Minnesota as well. You know, held the ball there for a while, and it allowed our receivers to get open downfield. So we're prepared to block for a long time.
Nick's done a great job. I've known Nick for a long time. He was with me at Michigan State for a year, and it doesn't surprise me that he was ready to fill in for Carson. He's done a great job. I mean, you look at the game he had in the NFC Championship game, you know, you can't have a much better game than that.
He made a throw to Nelson on a scramble up the sideline, and it was just an unbelievable play. And Frank turned around to me, and he was just like, and my face was just like, who is this guy? Like, what is going on? He's playing out of his mind. And Frank was like, this guy's unconscious.
Talk to Nick for any length of time, and you're going to feel this sense that he wants to throw the ball down the field. So to get him to do what we did against Atlanta, you got to pull the reins back.
Foles' head coach Doug Pederson has been a player. He can relate to the Super Bowl experience. He also has to take a different tone as the man in charge.
There is a fine line, though. You still have to maintain, you know, head coach status and make sure that, you know, the guys are doing exactly what you asked them to do, and they've done that.
During this week, Bill Mitch and I have shown some of the NFL-themed displays and events. One of the items from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. This is a playbook from the 1920s. I might be making a bold statement here, but I suspect the playbook Belichick and Pederson use is a little more detailed than the one that we just saw. For Philly in the Big Game, I'm Matt Pencek, WBOC Sports, Minnesota.